few weeks ago, the Serious Financial Crime Task Force took down a false invoicing arrangement cash checking business, which laundered over $1 billion apparently. We don't know over what time period, but they call it a false invoicing arrangement. These arrangements take many forms, but the basic of it is your business gets an invoice and you pay the invoice, say it's for $1,000. You then get back, say, $950, and they keep $50 as the difference. The invoice is for something that never happened. No goods or services were ever provided. That's the false bit of the arrangement. There's both income tax fraud because you're claiming deductions and GST fraud because usually they just put GST on the invoices so you get a free refund. When it's a sham arrangement like this, we don't have to bother with looking at it and saying, oh, who pays income tax here, who pays income tax there? So for the 1,200 businesses that took part in this, they would have their deductions reduced and they'd have their GST increased because they wouldn't get those refunds. So for the promoter of the scheme and whoever was doing the actual invoicing, there was all a sham arrangement. It was all illegal and it was money laundering and it was probably tax offences as well. And it was maybe even promoter penalty offences. Because it was illegal, the entity is taxed on all of the income that it received, all of the funds it received, and gets no deductions. In practice, what happens is all the assets in this arrangement were seized anyway by the police. The ATO as a backstop can then tax the people somehow and put penalties on it and all sorts of things. But because all the assets were taken anyway, there's kind of no point. The origins of this no deduction for illegal activity thing I've covered a couple of times. It's a reaction to a case called La Rosa where a guy had his heroin stolen and he tried to claim a deduction for it. And ATO said you shouldn't get a deduction because of public policy. And the court said, no, that doesn't make any sense, dude. You're going to have to go get the law changed. And they did get the law changed. That was about 25 years ago. And false invoicing arrangements fall in the same kind of illegal bucket.